Well, hello, everyone. We are back. It is the SpitFyre Podcast, and we are so happy to be back with a brand new episode. It's going to be a good time. We're going to do Unpopular Opinions Part 2. It's your fave Sagittarius, Akii.
Your Omega level Robbiey. Your Omega level Leo Robbiey.
And the resounding Aries, Xi.
And we
is
back.
my name.
We back. Yeah, it's going to be a good episode. I'm excited.
Doing, ladies? This week was long, was it?
Very. Hated it.
They're all running congruently now. Just
at least we've had Cowboy Carter to kind of carry us through.
You know, yeah.
Jolene.
My only issue is I currently, literally tomorrow I have to go to a baseball game, and then the day after I have to go to a training. The baseball game's at like 7:00. It's in Dayton. I have to drive to Dayton for it. And then after I have to drive to Logan, which is an hour away, and be there by 8:30 in the morning. So
I hate Logan.
Yeah. Fun times, but we getting there.
we ball.
We do.
What about you, Robbiey? How you feeling? I like the shirt on you.
That is a nice shirt.
That is a very nice shirt.
Thank you. Honestly, just learning how to, just keep swimming. As my cousin Chippy always says, just keep swimming.
That's neat.
Right, I'm like, Dory?
Exactly. But she said all the
my
time.
shit.
So I was just, just really. Life comes with the ups and downs. It's gonna be up. It's gonna be down. You just got to keep on going because, unfortunately, adulthood don't stop.
It does.
It's like what do you do?
It does
Stop?
not stop.
Die?
It
Like,
does eventually.
Well,
I stop it any day I want to. If I'm feeling frisky, play with me. Do it right.
hey.
Yeah.
But yeah, well, today's topic is going to be like unpopular opinions. We've done this once before, but you guys showed us so much like kind of love on that episode that I think it'd be something good for us to jump back into. So I guess we can kind of start in like music, pop culture. Like,
y'all say ground rules first?
Say again?
Want to say ground rules?
No.
I think everything's off.
Say what you want to say.
No, say what you want to say, but I would say
what you want to say.
When giving your unpopular opinion, just state why you feel that way, so I can get a better understanding of that.
Okay. And
That's
then we
all I
will
need.
preface this episode because a few of you guys don't understand the concept of unpopular opinions. They're supposed to be controversial.
You're going to hate
you're
me.
not going to agree. If you do agree, then would it be unpopular? All
Absolutely
right. That was
not.
just a little small lesson for the class that I felt was being
Boom.
missed last episode.
All right, kids.
All right. Who wants to start?
Ladies first. Go ahead, Robbiey.
Okay.
As I sit here with my legs crossed.
Well, as I've always stated,
Let's state it.
Say a lot.
these people cannot sing and they're not vocalists.
Right.
I agree.
They're not vocalists, and a lot of y'all's faves are not vocalists. They know how to sing in a pitch-corrected mic.
Boom.
They know how to lip sing, not even well.
Boom.
And they just don't have a grasp on the musicality of what they're doing.
And don't let them try to
chords,
perform
scales,
with it too.
keys, they have no performance value.
The fundamentals
shock
just
factor.
aren't there. I feel
They're
like a
not.
lot of people get shot into the stratosphere with like being popular. Unfortunately, I feel like the current model is like, oh, you went viral here or on this
TikTok.
particular thing.
Yeah.
And then now you have a 360 deal that we're going to throw you in. And they just they put another single out and it burns out, put a single out and it burns out. Like, people aren't making albums anymore.
They're
like,
not.
and it's just, I feel like the trend chasing is getting a bit...
It's too much.
It's insane.
Getting out of control. I'm tired of y'all releasing these 15-second songs on TikTok and then you release the whole song and it's trash.
It's the
We
same
heard the
song.
15 seconds and we was like, oh, this about to be fire. I can't wait till they drop this. You drop the song and it's kind of like, what the fuck
Ass
is
cheeks.
this?
You know,
Goes double wood.
And then y'all make us wait a month or two for the song. Now, the one girl...
I was like, you bullied that one lady.
Bloom, you did that one. You did that one.
Who's Bloom?
You made us wait a long time.
He has the key.
Okay, I do know that. Okay, that's a hit. Normani, I didn't mean this is not about you. Although I do hate you for making us wait 2 months for the lead. But
what's
I know I have a
what's another?
Yeah,
what's another?
When I tell you my girl is a troll.
Oh
my girl is a troll. She said, "Watch this," and she know how she always know how to bring us to the brink of. You know what? I'm tired of you. I'm like I don't care. Just for her to come back and be like, actually, and I'd be like, all right, I'm back, girl. But,
I remember when you told us, she was like, "Oh, she's about to drop something. She's about to drop something." So I woke up and I said, "Oh, in April." I said, "Oh."
She announced the announcement.
I saw that the next day because for me, I'm just like, shit, girl. At this point, what's another month? Like
They say
we've been waiting this long.
They saying it, but they're gonna be tuned in and watch. But I agree with
that first little song. Cute.
That musicality thing. I agree only because like I feel like that's where we don't give folks like I often feel like a lot of people consider whisper singers, or a lot of people are considered like, oh, they can't sing because they're not belters. They don't have like powerhouse vocals.
I already know where you're going with this.
No, but I feel like that's where I sort of give Janet a little bit more credit, and some of like the girls like sort of like that, because at least Janet really knew like she knew her stacks, she knew her scales, and she knew how to actually bring a song together vocally.
Right.
Like she knew how to do some great vocal production. She knew she wasn't about to be out here like Whitney. She was like, I can't do it.
She knew she wasn't gonna be like Michael.
You know, she said, but this is what I know, and she did it well. And I think a lot of artists that were kind of like the weaker vocalists or the weaker singers, back in the day, they knew how to do that. Nowadays, like y'all said, ain't nobody doing that. We like, I mean, no disrespect, your pen is amazing, but Mariah the Scientist, you
took the words out of my mouth.
You suck. I'm so sorry. Like
so bad. But Beetlejuice.
The music. The music is good, and like when I hear you on like an actual track, I mean you're great. I mean, could be better, but you're good. However, like the one song that was going popular on TikTok, which is it? Spread Thin. When it goes to like the climax, I was like, wow. This would be amazing if an actual singer was singing it. Like, if I could hear somebody who could actually sing, do that climax, I would be like, wow.
Because you can tell literally where the pitch kicks in, it just pulls her the rest of the way up. And I'm like, oh, literally.
Damn. And I still like the song, and I still think it's a great song, but I know what she could do, and it's not much. Pen snaps, though.
Yeah, and that's why I don't.
I don't give her too much. I don't. And pretty girl, very pretty girl,
gorgeous.
Pretty girl, gorgeous. I love.
Looks
her
like
music.
Brittany Renner.
I used to.
Who? Love her music.
Brittany Renner. She looks like Brittany Renner.
That's the porn star, right?
I think she was at one point. Also did a jump off, but
Sex
they look
worker,
like.
Sorry.
But like
I called her a jump off.
Yeah, that's why I don't consider a lot of people singers these days. If you can't actually flat foot sing, and people always disagree with this one. If you cannot flat foot sing, and I put you in the key of E
and hit
you cannot sing, and you're not a singer.
What's flat foot singing?
Like flat foot singing, like church.
Yes,
like you just stand there with a mic and you sing and you blow the house down.
But it doesn't necessarily have to be.
But you don't have to be a belter. You don't have to be running
exactly
15 seconds. You can actually do it. Like,
but I feel like you
please.
I feel like you lean towards powerhouses, though. If we're
not me.
Who name one singer that's not
Brandy's
a powerhouse?
Not a powerhouse.
Who?
I don't consider Brandy a powerhouse.
She
can get loud. But
I don't consider her a powerhouse, but she's very strategic with her placement when it comes
very
to
much
belts.
so.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Jasmine, I would feel borderline's a powerhouse.
I would say Jasmine's
a powerhouse now. Back in the day, she did not used to do them high ass.
She focused more on her runs and riffs for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's right.
But she got stronger.
I don't like loud though. Like Jennifer Hudson irritates the hell out of me. Just irritates it. But I also love Patti. I love Patti LaBelle. Gladys Knight.
You got me hip to it. That I started listening to her music thing. I'm like, her phrasing is immaculate.
Nobody can tell a story
good.
like
There's one song I have in my Spotify right now, and I'm like, she told a story. Go ahead.
She said, it's sad to think. Do.
The Gladys Knight song. I know how I know it. Y'all would be ashamed. There's two. I know one, Misty Blue, because I think Monica covered it on The Boy's Mind.
Oh yeah.
And then also,
Roses, the Dozen Roses thing.
Oh my God, I forgot that was her. Okay, there's three, but also, what's the one? I love you so, but why I love you, I never know. You know, I can't sing.
Love Overboard.
It's not Love Overboard. It's Heartbreak. I don't know. They sang it on Star. Shout out to you, Ryan Destiny.
Didn't Queen Latifah cover it or something?
No, it was Ryan Destiny.
Oh, you said
Jude,
no. It was Ryan Destiny.
And Ryan Destiny, Jude, and I think her name's Brittany O'Grady. They covered it when they was in Take 3. They did like a remake of it, a rework, and it was really good. And I was like, okay, I see y'all. But that's the only way I know that song. It's because of them.
I see people know me. I like the older singers.
That's real.
He like him an old bitty.
They do.
Dionne Warwick, while I don't love her music like that.
Great singer.
Great singer.
A vocalist.
And the original Pop Girlie.
Oh my.
Literally, I mean, if you want to know where
she
Whitney...
is the original.
It's like Whitney was literally able to like, I'm going to study Dion, but also I have this voice from the church, and she meshed it together to become like...
I was going to say like from the hand placement, movement, phrasing, how she structured their songs. I personally think Sissy gave her the tools, but she pulled a lot of that technique from her cousin.
Unpopular opinion. I cannot stand Sissy singing.
Oh, I hate it.
Oh,
I don't think that's unpopular though.
Oh
like
my
she is.
God.
I've never listened to her.
People love her. Oh my God.
Who?
Oh, she's so. I said
Last
that lady.
thing, I've never listened to her. The closest I got to listen to her was she did
Well, like,
back
she
up
had
for
clips of-
Aretha.
Oh yeah.
And she was back there.
Nasty lady. Nasty lady.
She was pissed. I
She's
said,
still
I know
alive?
her.
I hope not.
Yeah. Yes.
Sissy, yeah.
I don't. I mean, I do.
Wow. Didn't know we were going to get that dark.
Well,
Y'all know me. I'm gonna take it there.
Keeping with the music thing, and keeping with singers, this is going to be something that
what's yours?
I'm a big fan of Aaliyah. I think she made amazing music. And so this not necessarily do with like her vocals or anything or her music, but I personally feel like her death ruins her legacy. And I know a lot of people are like, well, of course, like, she's here. But I say that because like oftentimes people are always like, oh, well, y'all only said it because she died. They're like, oh, y'all would have said that because when she was here. But then, like, you can go and you can find out, like, you can find her on the cover of Enemy magazine. They're like, the next queen of pop. You can find her on this, and they're like, oh, she did X, Y, and Z. Aaliyah's on the come up. Aaliyah's the rising star. She's the it girl. And it's like, people are like, oh, no, they only said it because she died. And I'm like, baby, no. Like, even, like, for instance, her last album, people almost like, oh.
She was really about to pop off.
They're like, oh, y'all only like that album because she died. It only sold because she died. Baby, the album when she released that album, the lead single, We Need a Resolution, was considered a flop. It had underperformed. And she released that album while still alive and had her highest first week sales and her highest first week peak. Mm-hmm. And on top of that, a month after the album release, it was certified gold. This was still like a week or two before she died. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, clearly she was on a come up, but then people automatically like... And like you can get, I don't want to get too much into the numbers, but like you can see like she was not selling under 67,000 copies of that album from the weeks it was out. So it's like people are like, oh, well, y'all only give her that because she died. And it's like, no, like, baby, we are talking about what was happening and also what was in the making. It's like, and
then also where her legacy and the changes she did while she was here. I think that's a very good point. I think probably well, you had made a point earlier that I want to jump on that I don't remember now, but
singers.
No, it was about Aaliyah specifically.
Her vocals.
But your initial statement where you were like, I feel like her legacy was like cut short, I think, and like her death basically cut off her legacy. And to a certain degree, I almost feel like in certain ways her death also brought a little bit more starlight to just like put a little more focus on her, because people really, I think, really got into her. There's a lot of people I know that literally weren't like checking for her the way that they should during her prime, and then checked into her more after her death because they saw all the outpouring of love and all the people who really like were going hard for her, and they're just like, well, what y'all going so hard for this? Maybe I need to peep into, and then we're able to kind of also find her music. So I'm not saying I disagree with you per se, but I also have a different opinion in that one. I feel like I don't think her death kind of, while it kept her from reaching her full potential, I feel like it definitely escalated in the way of her death too, because it was so sudden and it wasn't like health or cancer or anything like that. Like it was like, tragic. Sweetie gone too soon. But I guess mine probably relates a little bit more to pop culture more than anything. My unpopular opinion is that I think we should know less about each other, or in general, just we should know less.
That's right.
I think it is really unhealthy, the amount of stuff we know day in and day out and minute by the minute, hour by the hour. Like there's constantly something going on. And I'm not saying that like world issues aren't important. I'm not saying that you shouldn't be well educated about what's going on around you, because I also hate the opposite end of the spectrum where people are just like, I can't watch the news. It's sad.
True.
Grow up.
I get what you mean.
There's things that are happening there that, while sad, are important. But in the same vein, I feel like we were at a stage of like couple decades ago, to where it's like you had to wait for a letter to find out what people were doing, or you couldn't call people unless they were home.
It's true. I get what you're saying, because like, for instance, now, while I don't like this lady, I don't wish this on anybody. Kate Middleton, I don't wish that on anybody. Is that her last name?
It is.
Yeah. Well, okay. I don't wish that on nobody. But like, the fact, like, I mean, though we were all making conspiracy theories, because I mean, listen, I know about that palace. I feel like that palace, they be doing some things. I know they will hide. They be doing things like we y'all not.
I don't think that's a conspiracy.
But
at this
like,
point.
it does kind of. It's kind of sad the fact that like, people can't just like pop out or whatever, or can't like take time to read herself without people coming up with theories. Yeah. Like, oh, she's missing. It's like, and not even just with her, but like, I would say, for instance, I think we mentioned her last episode. May she rest in peace. Tracy Braxton. When Tracy Braxton had when her son had got married and that picture was posted and they saw how she looked, they immediately started like, what is going on? Yada, yada, yada. And to the point where like they had to come out. I don't know if they ever actually came out and said she was sick until after she passed. Yeah. And I'm like, honestly, same with Chadwick, honestly, that should be it. Like, we don't have to know everybody's like health concerns. That's why I was like, when my good sis fell, oh my God, Jennifer Lewis, when you fell, I was so happy. Like, I hate TMZ with a passion. But like, I was happy that they at least, when she was like, please don't report on this until I can tell it. I was happy that them and people, that they were like, you right. Very nice. Because like, it should be like that. It shouldn't be like, Jennifer Lewis fell, and then y'all tweeting every hour, making a story every hour, and then she recovers. She should be able to tell it when she recovers, like when it's good for her.
And in her own time. And I know she was like going through the trauma of it, but I'm sorry, I did cackle when she was like, this be a damn story if the king ate the queen. I hollered.
I hollered when I saw the picture, and she was just like... down there. I said, what are you doing down there?
Just get up.
She said, I fell 10 feet.
Me?
Onto rocks.
I agree with what you're
saying.
A
water buffalo.
I'm also nosy, so I don't mind knowing.
It's like, if you're going to tell it, I'm listening. But
if you want to tell what your boyfriend did, knocked you between the washer and dryer, I'm going to listen.
No, sure.
I think it helps. I think it also... What am I trying to say? I think it helps to have like a community though.
Yeah.
Like,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Even though like,
be careful who you have in your community.
What's the thingy? How do I say it? The S word.
There's somebody that is in your circle that's set up against you, and you need to weed them out.
No, literally.
They speaking against your
and that's like some people who, you know, back in the day, you didn't have like, you can go on the internet and see people, oh, everybody is struggling, or oh, this person is depressed and like me, or this person has anxiety like me. Oh, it's I can ask this person who's 50,000 miles away what their coping mechanisms is, and maybe I can have that. So that's something. Or somebody be like, hey, I just went through a horrible breakup and I'm just really down, and then like you find connection and community with that. I do think some things people don't need to say. Some things I probably would.
I agree.
Never tell the internet, but
ooh, sorry. That's
just, I don't know.
Yeah, no, there is something. Jesus Christ himself cannot waterboard that information out of me, and he already know about it, but he's not getting it. I'm not saying it. I'm sorry. Y'all be telling all y'all business, and I'd be like, like when people y'all get on, like I always say I hate this. When y'all post a picture and they're like, with my man or with my girl, like, so much amazing, da-da-da-da. And then mother two past y'all comment, LOL, they was cheating the entire time, got my friend pregnant. Da-da. We didn't even know all that. You quite literally could have never referenced that. You could have just quietly deleted the picture and we would have went on about our business. We wouldn't even know.
No, because a lot of people, if you're gonna parade, this is my opinion. If you're gonna parade your partner all over social media and I get to following y'all and I get to seeing and then now it's just nothing. I feel like I'm entitled to know.
It's not you feel you
like
entitled.
You made this part public, like, you know, tell the full story.
Like, why are you so scared to tell why y'all broke up? If
you're
like scared to show everything.
But my thing is, I don't care if they be like, oh yeah, we broke up, we went our separate ways, yada yada. But when they be like, they were cheating with this person, they knocked my sister up, they started sleeping with my mama, even called my daddy. I don't need to know all that.
If you didn't want nobody to know or didn't want your name, you should do people the right way and nobody will have anything to say.
I'm sorry. Honestly. Take your L's in silence, baby. Take your L's in silence. I'm so sorry. Take your L's. I will always take my L's in silence.
My pride sometimes is a little bit, and I think that's like, I know a lot of people probably think that I overshare, and at times I do. At times,
same. Sometimes.
You said what?
Me too.
Oh, I think you said I do. I was like, oh, well, I don't need help. Like,
I don't need help.
But no, I definitely think people think I overshare. But like, no, genuinely, I do share a lot, but it literally still is like scratching the surface of like, you know what I want you to know. And I don't get off on like telling people my every nitty gritty business because I mean, I'm the same person where, what was it? B had talked about it on one of our episodes where he was like, oh, you got an award at work or whatever. And I was like, yeah. And he was like, but you posted on your close friends. And I was like, I don't want everybody to know where I work. Like, y'all will know what I want you to know. But I think, and that's also the thing too that I think is like insane. You put things out into the universe and then be baffled that people are in your business.
So literally.
It's like you're moving super loud. We can all see you. I don't know when y'all thought we couldn't, but we can literally see you.
Your tea is in these streets.
In the streets. And it's just like, you're not discreet. You're not just like, you know,
Never.
discerning with who you talk to, what you talk about. Half the time y'all can't hold water. And then be, someone always got my name in their mouth. You know, the girls stay talking. We were just having mild conversation about what happened today.
Girls stay talking.
You know, ahead. But I mean, speaking in that vein, I guess we could go into like, do you guys have any unpopular opinions regarding relationships?
Y'all need to stay single. Like today.
Real.
Today. Y'all don't love yourself. A lot of people are codependent on people and they don't know how to be by themselves because they don't like themselves.
I agree.
I said it before. People confuse romantic relationships with companionship. You want somebody to talk to, you want somebody to fuck on, you want somebody to have fun with. You don't want to put in the actual work it takes to be in a romantic relationship with another human being or human beings, whatever you get into with your relationship. It's just y'all need to figure out what y'all really want, and y'all really want. A lot of these people really want companionship. And while some people might say they, in theory, want a relationship, they want, oh, I want my person, I want that person. First of all, you don't have the techniques, the skills, the things to maintain it, to build it, to found it. You don't have those things. And you're going to sit around here and you're going to play with somebody who is a lover boy, lover girl. They wanted everything like that. And y'all sitting here playing with them. And then I feel like that's also where we get into the cycle of turning people who are like lover boy, lover girls, real relationships, stuff like that, into like cold-hearted, aloof motherfuckers in the scene. And then everybody is just damaged, jaded, this.
Bunch of dented cans.
Stop playing with people because some people like to pour their all from the jump, which you should never do.
You should never do. Like,
don't
really,
do that.
Y'all have to vet these people.
You have to stop doing that. But you also, I feel like we should also be able to stop playing all these fucking games, talking about don't do too much here, don't do this too, don't take him here, don't do First of all, I'm a dater. I'm gonna take you out. Like, what are you talking about?
I love the courting process.
It's a fun time.
I don't understand that. You want to chill at the house? No.
Huh?
You want to chill at the house for a first date? No.
Okay, not on the first date. No. I mean,
when we're good into it, yeah. Okay, come over and watch a movie. That could be
maybe because I cook. Because I am good for like inviting somebody over. Like, hey, let me cook for you or whatever. And let's think. And then maybe
as the first one.
Girl, you know I cook. I will cook for a stranger.
But like the first one, you would invite a date, somebody that you're interested in. You would invite them to your house.
I have before, yeah.
If we've first date,
yeah. Like it was something like.
Has it always worked out? No,
but it was more so like a thing. Like we had been like talking, communicating for a while, and like we really wanted to watch a movie. And we were like, well.
It just happened that way.
Yeah, we're like, well, how about we do this? And then the second date, we went somewhere else. But I've also done it.
I try not to lead with it because I do know the connotation of them being like,
oh, you trying to fuck.
You just trying to lay me down.
And I'm like, I'm really not. Because to be honestly, once we start the movie that we gonna watch, that has all my attention.
I'm the worst person to watch a movie with sometimes because I'm gonna talk. I'll be like, that is crazy.
Same.
Like, I'm also that person like, we not watch the same movie. Now, why are they doing that?
And
mind you, I'm here with you.
But like, because I remember one time I Netflix and chilled with somebody and they put on The Conjuring, and that was my movie for quite some time. This was back when I was at Kent, and I was like, I'm so sorry. I know what you're trying to do, but it's getting good, so I gotta watch this. And they were pissed.
I know what you're trying to do.
Don't put on any Scream. If you trying to Netflix and chill and trying to give something, don't put on Scream for me. Don't put on any Scream movie. Don't put on Charmed. Don't put on X-Men Evolution.
Don't put on Winx Club.
Literally, don't put on Totally. Like, do not put on something I actually watch. Yeah. Don't, because I am going to.
I'm going to watch it.
Do not put on a horror movie. Don't put on a horror movie, because no matter what the horror movie is, I'm watching it. I don't care.
Speaking of which, have y'all seen what's that new horror movie that's coming out? There's two. There's one's coming out in like a couple of days. It's about the apocalypse. No. They're sorry.
That's scary to me.
Beetlejuice?
I don't do scary shit.
Oh, I
don't do scary shit.
I love being almost pissy. Terrified. Love it.
Oh, I did have one unpopular opinion. Well, I personally think it's popular. I
So
think y'all might
relationships
think
or
of
music?
it relationships. And I personally think it's like probably popular among us, but I feel like a lot of people don't feel so. And I just have to say this to all my folks in relationships that are married, if you're not married, or you're just in a long-term relationship, whatever the case may be. Cheating is not the trial and tribulations you talk about when you're talking about your vows. Cheating is not that. Cheating is not a trial and tribulation. I'm so sorry. That is not a. It's not
That's
a rough
an exit
patch.
strategy. Actually,
It's not that. Like when people be like through sickness you have through
ups and downs,
better or worse. Cheating is not a part of that. Better or worse is you're sick, you down bad, or we get into an argument about something, or like. It could be something like finances, like maybe you don't like how somebody's spending X, Y, and Z. Sticking your penis or taking your vagina or whatever
part,
and putting it on someone else and having sexual contact, having a sexual situation, having sex, that is not a trial and tribulation. That is a choice.
It's an active choice.
Flirting.
I was gonna say, don't even have to go as far as sex. Like, infidelity in all its forms is a choice.
And it's not a trial and tribulation.
And it's very easy not to do.
And y'all know, and y'all say, and I'll say this as somebody, I'm not disagreeing. I'm not disagreeing. I was going to say, as somebody who has been the infidelis, or the one that did the infidelity in a relationship, it is an active choice. Like the calculation it takes to keep it from your partner, pretend like nothing's wrong, like all the things that go into cheating. Yeah. You don't just like, into all that. Like, that's thought.
I saw something about, I saw it on Twitter when they were talking about, of course, there was another thing about tops and bottoms. And it kind of, same with like men and women. And they were saying like, if you're a bottom, like that was you made a choice because you had to get cleaned out and this and that. And like, same like with women, like, you laid there, you let it da-da-da-da. And I'm like, well, you can't, how you accidentally cheat? And I'm like, well, it's the same for tops because you can't accidentally follow some ass or accidentally follow. You
just accidentally got an erection. Why are you like? You didn't stay flaccid.
You can't accidentally. I'm not. Could you probably accidentally fall in it? No. Absolutely, but probably with one, your actual partner, and two, you slipped while y'all was on y'all way to do what y'all was doing. But
and
with another random
where
person,
are your clothes?
Like, when did they leave?
And I wasn't even getting into that topic on Twitter when I saw it happening because I'm like, y'all like to, because in the gay community, the top is the man, whatever. Y'all like to pacify men and put the onus on everybody else all the fucking time. Sure. I cannot stand it. I think society pacifies men
way too much.
Always has.
That's just like the whole, your frontal lobe develops at this, but women develop earlier. No. No.
And then didn't they just do a couple studies where it's just like not everybody's at 25, like don't have depression, don't have anxiety, don't have ADHD, don't have any undiagnosed autism. Your son get kicked up to like 35, 40 sometimes.
I mean, I got a little undiagnosed.
Or when people like, they said early on, like,
I ain't got diagnosed because I want to immigrate
and smoking
somewhere.
Heavy early on, when that thing develops, it's gonna take a little longer, or it's gonna be just a little bit.
Oh, my stuff ain't never gonna get there.
It's gonna be a little bit. Well, see, I didn't start till I was 23. So I was just like,
you know what?
I've been polluting my lungs since freshman year.
I had my first drink with my dad.
College, yes.
I had my first drink with my dad. I was probably 12. I had a beer.
Yeah.
I didn't always drink though.
You weren't like consistent at least.
No, it wasn't consistent. But like when I actually started drinking was freshman year of college, and they had me outside.
Oh, I was tore.
Junior year,
when that liver was fresh. Oh my god.
I think junior year was my worst year. I think at one point, I'm not gonna say y'all names, but y'all know who y'all are because y'all we like this. But at one point, me and my friends, there was this place called Campus Wine at Kent, and we would always go there because our friend was a bartender there. At one point, I think we literally did like a 2-month bender of us just there every single day because she was bartending, and we didn't drink heavy every day, but like I would say to do my homework and I would have a beer. I think we did that for like 2 months straight. And one time we were supposed to go out and we didn't. Like something happened, so we didn't go out and we went to sleep. And I woke up and my friend called me and she was like, "This is the first time I done went to sleep sober in like 2 months. It was the best sleep I had." I said, "Same." And to this
that's
day,
when you
like,
know, yeah.
Because we would go and we would stay at like 2:30 a.m. or whatever, because that's when everything closed, and we would go back. We tried to do that again senior year. Like, it's senior year. It was like right before we graduated. We about to go out to the struggling. I could not get up for work the next day. I said, I ain't got this in me. And that's why now with y'all, like, I can't drink too much because I'm like, it's been so long. I can't do it no more. I can't hang.
One thing that I do admire about Akii, it's like, I joke about it, I give him shit about it, but it's like one of my favorite features about him is that this lady, like, when she puts her foot down on anything, anything, be it her a viewpoint, an opinion, I'm about to leave, I'm not doing this, it's not happening.
It's not.
And she will say with a smile, like,
bye.
And then we'll blink. Gone. And so white Max would just gone.
And that's why everybody be like, peer pressure. I'm like, baby, I've never fell into peer pressure. Like you couldn't force me into it if you tried. Yeah.
I do regret not doing anything in college. I regret
that was the best.
Because we paying for it now with your
you like another club. But I'm like,
it is.
Y'all want to go to hookah? And I'm like, you don't hear them. Home. You don't hear them birds. Like,
I was like, this is actually fun.
You don't see the sunlight.
This is actually fun.
But now that we done tore our liver to shit. Now I'm like, baby, you're so sick.
No, literally.
Y'all ready?
I had such a good one for relationships, and it was a little controversial, so it's probably best that it left my memory.
Do you have any good ones for life, adulthood, parenthood? Because I have a good one for parenthood that they gonna hate me for.
Parenthood?
Yeah, about.
I think I know what you're gonna say.
Parenthood. Oh God, I have so many on parenthood. If I'm gonna do parenthood,
beating your children is abuse because you wouldn't beat your husband or your wife, and if you do, that's domestic violence. Beating your kids,
you can go to jail for that.
Is domestic violence.
I agree.
If you can't raise your kids without talking to them, and I understand sometimes you got to be like
I don't.
What?
The pop?
Not even that?
Because my biggest thing is like, if they're old enough, if they're not old enough for me to communicate while they're being hit, they're too young to be hit. Mm-hmm. And if they're old enough to where I can communicate while they're being hit, then they're old enough for me just to communicate what they're doing is wrong. Mm-hmm. Now, does that stop the fact of whether they're going to listen or not? No, but I feel like there's so many different ways to punish a child other than striking them, and that's
striking. I'm so sorry.
Maybe that's my unpopular opinion with it. I feel like people that spank their kids, that's to a certain degree, it's lazy parenting. It's more work and it's more effort to think of more creative ways to punish your child than to just simply hit them.
I think yelling
because you're frustrated or angry. You said yelling. Mm-hmm. I'm not a biggest fan on yelling either. Mm-hmm. But I understand you can't help it sometimes because you're listen, your kid's about to run into the road and you need to yell to tell them to get out the way.
Right.
But
like sitting there berating that.
Now I
hate that.
I do side with that one woman that beat that young man off the porch he was hanging out with the homies, and he had to have been like 18, 19.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, strike that man. Get him back in the house. But like a child, no, I don't think.
No, I agree with y'all. One of my things about parenting that a lot of people hate, y'all gonna hate me for saying this, but I have to say it. 9 times out of 10, almost like 99.999% of y'all are having kids for selfish reasons. You guys never want to have, anytime I hear about anyone saying they want to have a child, they're like, I can't wait to put them in sports. I can't wait to
my legacy.
Continue my, it's never like, no one has ever said, I want to have a child because I can't wait to see the type of person they become, what their interests are.
I would love to pour into somebody and grow a better person than I am.
And the whole, no, it's true because like you never hear somebody say, I can't wait to figure out what my child's interests are. Like, are they going to be into this? Are they going to be that? I can't wait. It's always like, I'm putting them in football. football. I'm gonna put them in basketball, or like, oh yeah, she's gonna do this, she's gonna do that, and it's like
a lot of parents live vicariously through their children.
And they do, and that's why I say like y'all always have kids for selfish reasons. Y'all, you can't tell me it's not selfish. I don't care.
And speaking of selfish, kind of in that same vein, mine's probably super. I am anti-neonatalist because I kind of think in this current climate, it's a little selfish and irresponsible to continue to have children.
Okay, love you down, but sometimes you be using words, and I love you for it, but you said neonatalist, and I'm over here like, okay, let me use my context clues, because what the hell?
I just think it's irresponsible, like with the world on fire, the current climate, and I get it. People are always just like, oh, the world's always, people were having kids during World War II. They were idiots too.
It's
and that ties to the same vein to where I feel like a lot of you straight folk end up having kids just because y'all like fucking, and then someone just ends up pregnant and y'all just roll with the punches. Not because you're ready, not because you're honestly going to be a good parent, and not because you necessarily even want the child. And I think kids can sense that. They can sense when their parents can, and y'all aren't that good at hiding it, when their parents are like, I'm a burden. Yeah. You would really rather be running and ripping the streets or spending your money on yourself or doing this or doing that, but you got to take care of me.
Oof.
It's true.
And, you know,
whoever that one lady is that left your child in that crib for 10 days
Drea.
vacation.
That's not Drea, but Drea Jr. She worse than Drea.
That was worse than Drea. She left that baby for the baby 10 died, days.
And she went on vacation.
Oh, yes. It was that real dirty apartment.
Yeah.
That was so sick.
Yeah, people literally don't care.
I will say another super unpopular opinion about kids, and y'all gonna hate me for this too. And don't judge me because like
your kids aren't as cute as ever you think they are. I don't.
Boom.
Yeah.
I get
they smell
that
like boogers.
Surprises happen.
Mm-hmm.
You are talking to a surprise.
I was surprised. I think
I was surprised to my parents. I know my mom was sick when she found out she was having me. She was like, love her down. literally created me, just the male version of herself.
Yeah.
But
she's probably thankful now.
You know. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
But I would say that while I know surprises happen and mistakes happen, it is extremely irresponsible to have children when you are not financially secure, whatever. Like one time mistake, understandable.
And it's not eugenics.
It's not.
Hello.
It's understandable. I understand. Shit happens. But when you are on your fifth child and you are not making any type of strides to get a better job, do what you got to do so you can like make sure that you can elevate their living so they don't have to go through what you went through. That is when I'm like, you're irresponsible for that.
Because let's break that down of like, for me, and again, this is unpopular opinions. I'm gonna keep making prefaces, but like this is literally what the episode is. If you were having to go to the government for assistance raising the children that you currently have, would it behoove you to have another?
No.
Like, why are we continuing? Like, you are literally going to like, I cannot financially care for my children without additional aid. And if that's something you plan on continuing, now if it's like a little here and there, you don't lost a job or whatever, you had to go and get
for sure,
totally different. But this is we know people that are like repeat offenders and just stay on those systems for the rest of their life.
But the systems are also set up for you to stay on them.
True.
Correct. But it is a little bit easier to potentially get off of it when you're not 3, 4, 5 kids deep.
Okay, true.
Because now, you know, again, finding an apartment that can house one child, a little bit easier to qualify for than one that can house 5, that without, again, a housing subsidy.
I get you.
So yeah, for me to a certain degree, mine was about to get real dark. But I said, like, I also was like, at one point, I don't know if I'm here yet, but this was my opinion at one point. I felt that if you were receiving those assistance things for children, that there should potentially be like mandatory birth control while you're on the program.
Oh, yikes. Oh, no, you're awful.
Yeah, I know. I thought about that. I said it was a little dark.
Yikes.
Only because I'm like, okay.
No, I don't believe that, y'all.
Right. That ain't me.
That is not
That
me.
was my thing because I felt like if you can't take care of this one, why are you allowed to have another? Why are you continuing to procreate?
Because the government doesn't need to be in people's bodies.
Exactly.
Right.
And if you let it happen,
if the government can't be in your body,
do it for everybody else.
If the government can't be in your body, why are we in your pockets?
Because they're in our pockets.
Boom.
The government's in our pockets.
But that's not what our tax dollars usually don't go towards that. It's towards other. Well, I
our
guess
tax dollars majority go to bullshit.
War.
Yeah.
War.
And that's why, like, okay, and this is my biggest issue with people when they complain about, like,
I don't actually agree with that, by the way, now. I just want to say that. It was at one point.
You're on food stamps. I ain't paying. Baby,
no, you're not.
at most for a year, you probably paid about $3 into that.
Literally.
Calm the hell down.
That's before tax.
Literally. Like, calm down, please. And that's what I would say that has always annoyed me. But I do get what you mean when you're like, if you know you are, like, struggling with these and you're going to have to go here for assistance with these, why would you continue? Now, I would say I do know there are people who have been on assistance, but they work their ass off.
True.
They make sure their kids got what they need. And like, even though they are on that assistance, they use
it to like fill in the gaps. So to speak.
It's like filling in the gaps. But then they also know, like, I'm on this and I'm doing this and I'm working my ass off because I'm propping them up so that when they go to college, whatever they do, they will be taken care of. Right. They will be good and they will be able to make a living for themselves and they will be better than this.
And to Robbie's point, it does become very difficult to come off of it when, like, because even my mom struggled with it. Like, we never were on assistance growing up. I actually did not know what a food stamp card looked like until I worked at a gas station well into my adulthood.
Period.
But I knew that it would be hard for her because, like, even with me going to college, I didn't qualify for a lot of loans because technically on pen and paper, my mom was upper middle class at that time. Looking around the house, I knew we wasn't. I knew we were surviving. But Uncle Sam was like, no Perkins for you.
Ew.
Perkins is crazy.
Disgusting. You can't go to Golden Corral.
Baby, Perkins the loan, baby. The
Perkins
grand,
load.
The grand. Like the loan, the grant over the
We know who got scholarships. Got it out the mud.
Yeah, like, I was in there.
I thought you were like a Perkins friendly, that type of restaurant. Perkins is a restaurant.
Is there a restaurant called Perkins?
Yes.
You never been to Perkins before?
Where is that at?
That's why I was just like, you went to Perkins.
Not Columbus.
Yeah, we had one in Youngstown. Hell,
we had one in Akron.
No, we
got a middle school called Perkins.
What they sell? Fish?
Just
chicken?
It's honestly like a Denny's.
Yeah.
A Denny's? It's like a breakfast place?
Not a breakfast place. It's like an Applebee's, like a Ruby Tuesdays. Like a little.
We don't have Perkins.
It's a fun time.
We've never had a Perkins.
It's a great time. But like, so I would say I do have one also regarding just life in general.
Okay.
Personally, my unpopular opinion regarding just life in general is that oftentimes
existence is futile.
The reason a lot of people are in situations that they are in, it is not because the devil is working hard. It is not because people have set you up to fail. It is because of the decisions that you yourself have made.
You're reaping literally what you sow.
Like you.
Oh, absolutely.
You did.
God's testing me. You're a terrible person.
God is not testing you. A lot of people give the devil way too much credit, and they always say, "Oh, this is just God testing." Baby, God is not testing you.
He wants no parts. Like, he literally wants no parts.
He wants to get away from you.
I'm going through all of this because my miracle
is coming. He's like, not my child.
Your miracle is not coming. You're going through this because you decided today that actually...
And sometimes brighter days are not coming. You're going to continue to be down there.
Because you keep bringing hell into other people's lives.
I would say I am guilty of this, where I have literally been like, I'm not paying that bill, actually. I'm actually going to use this money right now to order DoorDash, whatever, yada, yada, yada. And I'm like, damn, now I got to pay that late fee. I hate that. But sometimes I'm like...
This is the consequence of my actions.
These are the consequences of my actions.
Yeah.
Like, some of y'all, hear me out, some of y'all, and I don't mean to be shady. I don't mean to be rude. This is not against anybody. How are you going to cry? I'm not going to say cry, because I mean stress. But you can't complain about... You're going to sit here and complain to me about the fact that your rent's not paid and you're struggling. But
I just saw you in Bahamas.
Literally. Last week, you on trips. You doing this. You pump fake for everybody. You doing a Bow Wow challenge. And your rent's not paid. And now you want me to feel sorry for you. Do I feel sorry for you? Yes, because rent is very expensive and I hate it.
Yeah.
But also, you had the money to pay your rent last week and you decided not to. So
don't get us wrong. Like, believe me, we're miserable too.
Yeah,
like, I would
same.
love to go on a vacation. There's so many trips that I've been like, let me go to this, let me go to that.
Mm-hmm.
But you have to be a big boy, big girl sometimes, and just not and wallow in your misery with the rest of us.
It sucks, but
it like day in and day out. Like, I get it. Like, believe me. And that's another reason why I'm very anti-child, because I am so close to a vacation, I can taste it, and I can't imagine buying 2 plane tickets right now.
Boom.
I would rather not. And then
imagine feeding a child.
You getting the last slice of pizza? No.
No.
You're not getting the last slice of pizza.
I would turn to Chica so quickly.
I paid for it.
You had enough.
I only had one. I don't care.
Go to bed.
Do you mind sitting on the aisle so me and my child can sit?
No. I want to sit near I don't care. He really loves the window.
And I want to sit by the window.
He really loves the window. So do I.
This is his first plane ride. Well,
he'll have others.
It should be his last.
Another unpopular life opinion. It's probably not going to be unpopular, but I love it. Hoodoo, voodoo, crystals, astrology, tarot card reading, spells, magic, casting, hexes, all that stuff.
I like it.
It is not as dark as people like to make it out to be.
Absolutely not.
Matter of fact, Christians and voodoo.
They literally, I took a class in college about it. Yeah. I found out. I said,
they diverge from
Hoodoo has Christian roots. Like I actively practice hoodoo myself, and a lot of my practices have to do with me doing certain rituals while actively reciting Bible verses. Like, honestly, that's the closest I'll ever get to a Bible at this point, because I'm very far away from the Christian experience. But my roots is my roots, and I have found. I will say this:
voodoo is practice. Voodoo
for those
is
who know all the good things that are happening in my life, I did do a couple things related to that, and they're working right on time. So y'all keep praying. But
I think a lot of people try to make it out to be this dark, evil. Well, I'm not. I just don't see that as that difficult. Even when people be talking about y'all really use astrology when dating. Just like some Christians only want to date other Christians, or don't want to date this, or don't want to date this. They don't want to date you because you're a Cancer. Get over it. They don't want to date you because you're a Leo. Get over it.
No, it's true.
That's not right. That's not right.
All right.
What you're doing is not right either. Somebody could say.
Forcing someone to deal with you and they quite literally don't think you're compatible. That's odd too.
And honestly, I personally feel like all that stuff is also within Christianity itself. A lot of that, in that book, it's a lot of spells in that book.
Song of Solomon.
We are drinking the blood of Jesus
and the body of Christ.
Hello.
I mean, and also
washing feet.
Y'all talking about
falling out in church.
Talking about astrology and stuff. Didn't they have to follow a star? Come on now.
Talk about it.
Please
talk
stop
about
saying,
it.
Stop saying oh, this is not of God. No, that's actually according to y'all.
Literally. Did he not make those stars? Those are just decoration?
Yeah.
And that'd be funny. Yeah. I saw a comic today literally where it was like, it was like the conquistadors going to the New World. They're talking about we're going to teach you about God. And then they were like, well, no, it's fine. We worship the sun. They're like, no, you need to believe in God. They're like, dude, the sun is real. Like, we can literally see that. Mm-hmm. But you want us to pray to the imaginary? Insane.
Yes. I would use God and universe interchangeably. I feel like
I think God is a woman.
Made.
Yeah,
I feel like everything is just made. Everything is made. I don't know. I don't understand the whole.
I was happier once I left the church. I'm not gonna hold you.
Me too.
I had more peace.
You'll never take church out of me.
Oh, I love a good gospel song.
Twinkie. You'll never take God out of me. The church you can take out of me, but you'll never take God out of me.
I hate you, church.
You have any rapid fire unpopular opinions? Because I have a couple.
I don't hate. Never mind. I really, really despise church queens.
I don't like gay churchmen.
I think I'd say
there's something off about you.
Y'all are evil.
You're just as bad as DL people, to be honest. But I'm just
boom.
That's just me. Trade is going extinct.
Trade's been extinct for a while.
Stop calling these men trade just because they are masculine. Trade you would not see at Union. You wouldn't see at no gay bars.
At Union.
You wouldn't see on apps with their face plastered on the apps. That's not trade. Trade you got to shake a bag for. If you that's trade. I'm very serious.
No, you're dead. You're so serious.
I learned from the old girls. Trade, you have to shake your bag. You have to give them a car, a job, sex.
Something has to be in it for them.
That's trade off. Trade. So your trade, no. Because some of the people y'all be calling trade, but baby, I consider them for realness, so it's not really trade.
Boom.
I always like, y'all know my favorite phrase. That is a punk with a pistol. Like it
What did Cherry say? Masculine
sissy.
That is all you will ever be.
And there's nothing. Again, that goes back to
nothing
our
wrong with it.
Previous 2 episodes ago, where it's just like, y'all are really tied up in a lot of things that
you don't need to be.
That'd be the biggest thing. Like, I can't find love. I can't find a man, because you won't date somebody that carries a purse.
Oh no, literally.
You literally, like, you saw them Vogue one time and now you completely written them off. And you rather have the dude that's knocking you upside the head, but he a boy. Yeah.
Also, another unpopular opinion. Domestic violence. Just because y'all are the same gender does not mean it is not domestic violence. Please stop that. That is very weird. It is very wrong.
Keep your hands to yourself.
I want to let you. I want you to think about putting your hands on me, because after I wear you out, I'm calling them. I don't even like the police.
I just need you to swing first. Yeah,
I'm
truthfully
calling them, and I'm pressing every charge imaginable. Also, music wise, y'all gonna hate me. Well, I don't think y'all would hate me. Lil' Kim had all of the hits. Lil' Kim is a great rapper.
You just be talking.
Foxy Brown was the better rapper and had the better flow. Love Lil' Kim down. She definitely had she had more hits, absolutely. Mm-hmm. She had the bigger hits. But Foxy, her verses, she out-rapped Kim, honestly, a lot of times. Y'all don't want to talk about it, and that's okay. But she did. Y'all gotta live with that. Also,
and Iggy's a great rapper.
Who?
Iggy is a great rapper.
Okay.
As long as we talking about bullshit.
That is my.
You think Lil' Kim's a better rapper than Foxy?
Yes.
That is shocking. Well, I mean,
she ain't Foxy's no scrub, but let's not do this.
Well, let's compare now, because Foxy's verses that she's released now, for instance, on that Nas song.
I think both of them should stop.
Foxy's feature is going higher than Kim's.
I would say
Coco Chanel.
I would say Foxy's feature on Nas. What's it called? It was when he got the firm together for his album he put out.
You were so played with music.
I
had no idea what you're talking about.
When you said Nas, I was like,
sorry. But like, Foxy came on that track and she said top 5 flow, nigga, dead or alive. And I said, it's true. Like, I think she still has one of the best flows in the rap game. Her flow is immaculate. And I was like,
we're talking about Foxy or Kim?
Foxy Brown. And that's why, like,
and she's still rapping like that with one ear working.
Meanwhile, go listen to a new Lil' Kim song. You'd be like, Kim, what the hell is this?
I will say that all day long.
That's why I say Foxy is the better rapper. I would also
bad.
say, y'all gonna also hate me for this. And I don't give a f. This is no disrespect to this man, because I think he's extremely talented.
I don't know why I thought it was pointing to me.
Kendrick is not.
Y'all give him so much.
Kendrick is not the conscious rapper y'all think he is. Is he great? Yes. And does he spit real? In my opinion,
he's a good
Absolutely.
rapper.
I think he's a great rapper. I think he spits real, and I think there is a bit of consciousness.
I don't know why Beyonce's obsessed with him.
You know, however, much like J.Cole, and J.Cole is honestly my favorite rapper, but much like J.Cole, when J.Cole let me know that when he got in that beef with old girl, what's that rapper name? No Name. Yes. And he was like, well, I don't really read. Your entire makeup is the fact that you are a conscious rapper. You read, you're intelligent, you're this and that, and you go and say, oh, I actually don't read.
I don't even got a library card. Like, what? You
did all of that and went hard on her just for her to basically be right in the end. And that's why I say, like, again, I'm not gonna say I'm Kendrick's biggest fan, but I will always give it his 10s. He's an excellent rapper, but I think much like J. Cole, he is not the conscious rapper that people want him to be. Do I think he talks about real things on some of his songs? Absolutely. Do I think he can get deep? Absolutely. But he is not at that level y'all think he is. I'm gonna shut up because I was gonna say something, but he is not like the.
I'm finding it.
I'm finding it. He is not the Andre 3000 or Mos Def that y'all kind of want him to be in terms of consciousness and rap.
True.
You're going to speak that into the mic, baby.
Okay, he is not like a lot of people think. Like Andre 3000 is an amazing rapper.
I love him so much.
And I would consider music. Yeah, and I would consider him kind of be a conscious rapper.
No, that's literally a conscious rapper. Mos Def,
absolutely. Kendrick is not Kendrick's not on their level to me in terms of consciousness. I would also say, don't hate me. I would say that maybe JID is more of a conscious rapper than Kendrick.
No, that's a good point.
I love JID. I also love Baby Keem. I think Baby Keem's pretty cool. But like JID is the conscious rapper y'all want Kendrick to be.
You know, Auntie over here like,
I don't know who y'all talking
about. I love music. I love music.
I don't know none of them.
When it comes to male rappers, you lost me. I don't even
although you know who I didn't see it for him before, and Mario, if you ever watch one of these, you were right. NBA YoungBoy, I might be checking for that young man.
That song was I was like saying,
and
like,
down to the walk. That walk was nasty.
8 Joules up. Bad. I said, you know what?
Oh,
that's like when I heard that song when I started. I said, this is somebody who is clearly comfortable with who because I knew like with some of the songs he was rapping and how he was rapping. I was like,
he knows who that demographic is going for, but he's smart.
He's smart, but also I was like, this is somebody who is completely comfortable with himself in order to make this music. Because a lot of people are like, nah, I ain't gonna make that. That's not this. That's not that.
If you got
Shut
a mark
up and make the music. Ooh.
Get in the booth, bitch.
Y'all
love Lotto for that.
Y'all give Lauryn Hill way too much.
Oh yeah,
way too much.
And that lady don't got a clock to save her damn life.
We do, but I love her. I'm sorry. We give her a lot, but I love her.
That one album
to me.
That album was excellent. I'm so sorry.
No, it was not all that.
Do wop, that thing.
It was. To Zion, top tier.
To Zion has me in tears every time. Every time.
My joy. That shit takes me out. But
I love J.Lo. Y'all can say
Lauryn
whatever y'all
Hill
want
is
to
not
about
that girl. And now talk about he loved J-Lo.
Hey.
The fake girl from the Bronx.
Hey.
The little crazy girl. You know,
J.Lo is
wild and free.
J.Lo is talented.
She's a talented dancer and a talented actress.
And honestly, the acting, I can't even say the acting. No.
She has hits, yeah, but
they're not her.
She's not singing that much. Thank you, Christina Milian and Ashanti.
And I'm sorry, there's like 4 others we're probably forgetting.
Oh yeah,
too.
Who's the other one who had?
There was a little English girl.
Yeah, but you also have the lady because you were on the Terrell show who's saying you can give up.
Iana Crawley.
Love you for that because that was my favorite J-Lo song.
It was.
Who was the
one that did? Oh my God! It's also one of my favorite J.Lo songs.
These ladies discuss that.
She's in the all. She's in the all white. It's the futuristic setting.
She stole her song, right?
Yeah, literally.
Like, was it Ain't It Funny or something? Or
no. Yeah. No, not Ain't It Funny. Ain't It Funny it goes into I'm Real.
But it's one of her songs though. But I know what you mean. Oh,
she has a bust down.
Because it's actually it was actually a it's not Shantae, is it? No. Because she stole a popular R&B girl song.
They're popular at the time. Maybe not as
like not as popular, but like they was gonna get their second hit. But she stole their song.
I don't remember who that was.
We all know what it is.
We know.
We all know.
And thank you, Anne-Marie, for basically saying, no, you will not steal one thing from me. Let me leak this to the radio stations. Thank you for that.
Also, an unpopular opinion, once an artist dies, unless they have put something in there saying like, hey, this is something I wanted to release posthumously, let them people rest. I'll say this even with Leah. Every single time they pull one of them, they are able to pry a track out of her uncle's hands. I have never seen somebody do justice with it. Drake, who was the other one that took one of hers, and I didn't like it. The Weeknd.
That was horrible. The best Aaliyah track like she has a couple unreleased tracks, and it's like they're unreleased, but it's the actual track, and those are the best ones. Like her, Where Could He Be, or her cover of Giving Up that she did for the Sparkle movie. Top tier. I think she did. I actually like those tracks. When y'all came with Don't Think They Know the Truth, I said, thank you, Chris, because she got a platinum plaque out of it. But other than that, we didn't need it.
At what cost? Like, geez, Louise.
But I guess, speaking of that,
women are always. I feel like women have always been. I don't know.
Unpopular opinion. Do y'all feel that?
Looked up to women.
Do y'all feel that if you have nothing to hide, that you should? Are you okay with allowing your partner to either have the password of your phone or just have no passwords on your phone?
Yeah. I don't care.
While I am not a cheater and I have nothing to hide, I do think there is a certain level of privacy that everybody should have. I mean, I'm not saying I will never give them that code or whatever, because I probably will eventually, but I don't think it's a big issue when people don't want them to have that code because it's like, I think I stated this before on an episode. Like,
I don't mind you using my phone.
I don't mind you, and I will unlock it for you and everything. You can go through it if you want to, but like,
well, not that.
I just feel like, I mean, if you go through my phone,
I mean, you won't find anything, but just the fact that you felt the need to do that, I'm already like,
huh? Yeah. But also because like me and my friends have a lot of inside jokes.
You just want to go through it because you bored?
I think that's weird.
You ain't got nothing. Find something on on TV.
Here's what I'm gonna say, and there's no excuse. I have never gone through nobody's phone. I don't want to go through nobody's phone. That's the quickest way for you to
find something.
You find so hard to put this weight on,
and it'll be it'll be gone. But you do have to understand that some people come from repeatedly getting played in the manner in which they just trust everybody, trust everybody. So hey, let me go through your phone. Okay, nothing, cool.
I can be cognizant of that. So I think we talked about this on one of our previous relationship episode. I get you may have gone through what you've gone through, and my heart bleeds for you, and I will do things as your partner to try to support you in your healing from those past traumas. Mm-hmm. However, I will not pay for another person's mistakes. Same. I don't care how bad they did you. I am like, I get like, it's like, okay, I'd really appreciate it if, you let me know when you get there and when you leave, all that thing's like, okay, cool. I don't have a thing. But like, I forget one time and you're immediately jumping to those conclusions. You can go straight to hell.
I get what you mean, kind of.
You're going straight to hell.
Because my issue with that is like, at the end of the day, I'm not that nigga. And like, I've shown you multiple times. So it's kind of like, I mean.
And I operate on the innocent until proven guilty thing. And I know some people do the opposite where they're like, you're guilty until proven innocent. And again, that comes from your experience. Me personally, I haven't had an experience that's been bad enough to where I can't give someone a blank slate out the gate. Yeah. And again, once you F up, and you're now in that category. Mm-hmm. But I would hate to put more of a burden. Because I did do that very briefly. And I lost out on a few opportunities with folk because I was putting too much on them or not allowing them to just be organic in a way that they should have been allowed to be. But because I had my own things I was dealing with, I'm like, insecurities and whatnot that I'm like about them, and they're just like, actually, I'm gonna just go to someone who's not traumatized.
Bro, no, I agree.
It's very easy to be traumatized in this dating world.
Not if you don't allow it.
But if you don't allow it, you're never gonna be meeting nobody.
You don't have to be traumatized, and like that's where boundaries and discernment and.
Yeah. But even you were talking about losing softness, losing my softness, losing.
Wait, you losing your softness?
Me.
Yes, because that's exactly what we're talking about. Like I feel like you've hardened a lot.
It's okay. It's okay. You can be.
I don't think it's okay.
I'm
because
hardened.
My best, both of y'all. I'm getting both of your ass. You got to be more emotional and let some of them like feelings out. But I know that I said he's going to take that to his grave one day.
No,
well, no, he's not. He's going to get through therapy. He's going to get past that one day.
No,
and then. You on the opposite are coming from like where Akii should be, and now you're becoming this like semi, not quite man eater, but like man nibbler. Yeah, you be letting chewing these niggas off a little bit, like
that's what they was calling Diddy's diddler, and that shit
because they will really do you. They will really do you in.
No, they really will. But I guess. Maybe it's just gonna take the right man to maybe do me wrong. And I'll be like, I'm saying like, yo, I get it. But for me, I've always usually maintained the upper hand in all my interactions. Even when I've been done dirty, I've always been kind of like, you may have got me there. You might have beat my outfit. But
we won't say any names or anything. But you remember the one that made a comment on
I don't know what we're doing.
We'd have gone to charades, and I'm like,
they made a comment on like presentation of self, body, things like that, and they're like, that got you. Do you remember that?
Oh, you remember when the old girl said that?
The one
that too, but
the one that called me a big back bitch,
and that got him good
because
so you have to understand if you that was only one
traumatized me. With
future
men.
The only thing that traumatized him is when that girl's like, I can't see it.
I can't see being masculine.
And then she looked at him like,
no, to this day, yeah. In fact,
what? He was like, what? Like, wait, maybe it was how I was.
Mind you, I'm in a leather pants, skin tight like this.
Skin tight.
Got a flare at the bottom.
I'm not masculine. I'm very masculine. Like,
because like
I was also very drunk. That's why I probably didn't catch it.
Every time I tell these men that I'm ready to date, here
you also have very different ideals on dating.
They like this. What?
You have very different ideals on dating, and I think a lot of people that you interact with are idealistic about dating. You're intentional with dating. Two different I words.
Yes. Yes. Very much so true.
Hooked on phonics.
Yeah.
That's why I kind of been chewing up a little bit. Because once you try me,
but here's the thing.
I'm like, I've seen this before. Go on.
I'm gonna hold your hand when I say this. I feel like sometimes you're chewing up men that don't need to be chewed up. Boom. To get back at the ones that have chewed you.
Exactly. And I've told you that. And you know exactly which one I'm talking about. So
wait, what?
You know exactly which one. You know how I feel about one of the men's you've chewed.
He be chewing the wrong ones.
He be chewing the wrong ones. And then the ones I'm like, go chew that one.
Whack him.
He don't.
Hit him.
Or
let me.
Or like maybe the people that I feel like I'm like, I think you should date this one. And you be like, no. And I'm like, why? Like, no.
Be like, I'm a lover boy. But like, I also have boundaries.
I'm like, and so are they. So go do it. But like, no. I guess going back to that. Yeah. But going back to that, you're not getting the code on my phone, and it's not because that I have anything to hide. Because
privacy is important.
I just think privacy is important. And you can look at my phone and you can look through my messages. You gonna see some inside jokes that you're not ready for. And I'm not even talking about. And frankly,
I'm not explaining them.
Yeah. And I'm not even talking about with y'all. I'm talking about with like, my PS5 friends, my fellow harmonizers that we were at one point. Hater. But like you gonna stumble in that what is this honey group chat, and you gonna be like, huh? And I'm like, yeah, no, like you wasn't ready for that. Yeah, no, these are homies. Like these are my friends.
I just sometimes
he gets down. He don't play.
I wouldn't mind it though, but I've seen so many people was like, "Oh, I've been with this person for 5 years, 2 years, 3 years, Whole time they was on Jax, whole time they was on Grindr, whole time they was having another whole. I think you'll find it out if you went through the phone. Now, am I gonna go through my phone? No, but do I see why people do it? Yes.
Yeah, but my mama taught me at a very early age. Well, she didn't teach me.
I'm just not stupid.
My mom. She was talking to my sisters, but she was also talking to me because I was in the room. And she said, don't you ever go to nobody's phone, because when you go looking for something, you're going to find it.
Oh, absolutely.
And ever since I said, you are right. And so I feel like if I have the inkling to like, I need to go through your phone, I'm not going to go through your phone. I'm just going to be like, what's up? Tell me the truth. Because one thing about it, this intuition.
And didn't I do that to that young man when I found out?
But this intuition is never wrong.
In the car?
Oh, this intuition is never wrong though. So I'm gonna give you the chance to tell the truth, and as soon as you do, I'm like, cool, and I'm just gonna leave the situation, all of it, the entire. I'm like, well, I'm gonna break up with you because I already know what's happening.
Oh, this is another manipulative thing I will own that I do. Sort of kind of testing people. You do. Like I'll know exactly the truth, and I'm gonna ask you just to see.
If you ever, not you, but anybody, if you ever put me through like a test or
I'm going to fail purposely.
I'm even if I fail, rise to the occasion thing. Do not let me find out you were testing me. I immediately am leaving you alone.
And
I only do it with lying though, because you know how I get with people lie to me. I do that with lying, but anything else I don't care about. But lying, I'm going to ask you a very direct question, and when you lie,
that's not really a test though.
It's a form of you waiting to see.
Test is like, I've known people that were like, I want to see if my man's really like, for everybody, so I'm gonna make a fake profile and like hit him up on Jacked. Or not even on Jacked. Or like I'm gonna slide in his DMs. But people do, again,
that is crazy.
Why is that crazy? Well, maybe that's their trauma.
Maybe that's not trauma. That is stalker, psychotic type shit.
Don't give me no ultimatum, because I'm gonna always pick the one you don't want. I had a job give me an ultimatum once, and I was like, all right, bye. And they were like, wait, no, you were actually absolutely. Don't do that. I don't care. I don't care if that's like, damn, I got rent due tomorrow and I don't have a check. I don't care. I'm going to pick the one you don't want, because don't try me like that. You can never hold anything over me.
Tight as shoe.
Like, literally, like, you could never, I'm not going to allow you to feel like you have so much power over me when you give me an ultimatum and I have to choose the one that you want. No, I'm going to always go to the opposite.
That's sad down, though.
And I'm just like, and I dare you, don't do it.
I'm not even gonna hold you. Like, when I say this is giving me such trauma with my last name, that I'm literally like, I'm about to start watering, because the way that man would literally just go against the grain just to say He could have been on his way to do the dishes, and I'm like, hey, would you mind be like
literally
right about face, not doing it no more.
Don't tell me to do something when you see me already doing it.
Sages are what people think Aquariuses are. That's the one thing.
In what way?
I love Aquarius.
Aquarius is my sister sign.
I like them.
Aquarius is, they're very much, people give them like aloof. They don't care. They do this.
They don't.
They don't. But Sages are worse than them though.
Oh yeah, because the way my family has started, they was like, do you care about anything? And I'd be like, yes.
Sages have always been on experience worse than that. Like they don't care.
They like to the core. I have been damn near in tears, like, and I mean just a blank stare.
It's just looking like,
no, just.
Are you done? Like,
because I'm gonna be honest, do we care? Probably. However,
and
like
they're quick to disengage too.
I'll disengage because
I'm not arguing.
Because I'll tell somebody when I'm arguing with someone and I feel like it's getting to it, I'm like, you know what, you got it. I am quick to
because the next step is I'm gonna put my hands on you.
Because two things are gonna happen. I'm either I'm walking away for two reasons. One, I'm getting ready to swing and I'm too old to be fighting. I got too much to lose. Or B, I'm about to go real.
Low.
As much as I don't like her, Candace from Potomac, I understand why she goes as low as she does. Because I'm like,
I want to end this conversation now.
Because I'm like, I can go there too. And honestly, like, I'd be like, y'all need to call me because I can give y'all some reads because I can go lower than her. But I can go there, but I'm like, I'm not going to do it because I know once I say it, one, I can't take it back. Whatever relationship we had, it's gone. And also, you going to want to fight.
Sometimes I'm okay with that, though. I'm just like, you know what? You put the nail in this coffin.
Sometimes. Now, if you go low, I'm going to hell.
Sometimes.
But if I respect the friendship enough, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to walk away. I'm going to let you cool off. I'm going to walk away. However, sometimes I'm like, I'm going to say it and you might want to beat my ass after, but guess what? You can't.
I try to check friends though about that first. Like if I feel like it's getting a little spicy, and I think we've even done it a few times. Like, if I've gotten drunk and I'm starting to say a thing, like Robbiey has this look where he'd be like, all right now. Like,
it'd be funny. I'm sorry. It'd be funny.
Dial it back. And I'm like, all right. And he's like,
just tell me.
I'm smiling, but maybe.
Wait.
Yeah. But you've gotten better with using your language of being like, I do not find that funny. That might be hurting my feelings a little bit. He said a lot better than because before it'd just be like,
literally, like
keep down.
Because I think everybody who's close to me knows when I get irritated, it's gonna either give.
He don't got a poker face to save his life.
I'm gonna chew my lip, and I'm gonna start doing this. Once these things happen, you have pissed me off.
Pissed him off, or you got him thinking to a point where he is no longer like in the moment.
Oh no, I'm not there.
Once you piss me off, it gets very much like a and then I don't think people.
Oh, then I get calculated.
I can quite literally like disengage with you and never acknowledge your existence again. And I would. You can walk past. You can literally bump past me, and I would act like it was the wind. I do not care. Hey. Now, if you bump it to be smart and you hit me, I'm beating your ass.
You gonna feel like you hit a brick wall because I'm knocking you down.
I'm knocking you down, but like
this sword, I'm gonna lock it. Like,
but like I will completely just. I'm like, okay, and they be like, you so. What's my sister always like? They're like, you so nonchalant, and I'm like,
and it's eating you alive, isn't it?
I'm not even being nonchalant. I'm just not engaging.
I won't.
I'm trying to care less and I'm unable to. That's how much I do not care.
Y'all were just getting about my big words, but like nothing gets on me. Like I feel like tear somebody up thing where you give them a nasty read and a couple of words they don't understand. And they're like
eloquently.
Oh yeah. Tearing.
Yeah, no. I always like the ones when you can like drag somebody with words and not necessarily using words.
Now Google that bitch.
Not necessarily using words that they know, but like that they don't know, but using words that they know and they start thinking. And I really love, do not argue with me and you stutter or mess up a word or misuse a word. Because now I'm laughing in your I am laughing in your face.
You better you're
gonna want to fight because it's not gonna be no typical it's gonna be the Nicki Minaj ha 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 like I'm doing the loud ass cackle. I don't care. Now you hate me. Yeah,
so now I go straight on middle school bully. Like, come on, ESS. Like,
I'm like, all right, spelling bee champ. All right, clearly you know what's going on. Like, I got you.
Oh, girl, do your show.
Like, oh, come on. Oh, you majored in English. I can tell. Huh?
Okay. Well, guys, that wraps us up for another chapter of the SpitFyre Podcast. That is, I want to say, what is this? Episode 7 for us? Eight,
actually.
Hey, we only got a couple more left. But yeah, it's always been a pleasure speaking to you all and everyone. Yeah. But signing off, it again is your resounding Aries,
Omega level Leo.
It is your favorite Sagittarius, Akii.
And over out.